gives.
Ella ama.
She wants. She gives.
She tries.
She cries.
She wins.
And most times she loses.
She gets up and tries again.
Even if she falls,
She's known by all of us.
Because she is you.
She is you. Porque ella eres tú.
you.
She inspiration. Hey everybody, I'm back with a new video today. I'm so excited for this video because it's something that I can relate to, and I'm sure you guys can relate to as well. Today I want to talk about how to be a good Christian when you're surrounded by bad influences. We all go through it. I know I'm currently going through it, and it's a struggle for me on a daily basis. I want to be that Christian that God called me to be. That example where girls, males, whoever look to me and say, wow, you really did change your life around. I know that I can be that Christian, but sometimes there are roadblocks that get in the way, and that's the part of being a Christian. There are going to be setbacks. There are going to be hurdles that you have to jump over. These are tips that I use that help me along the way. So I'm hoping that it will help you too while you are trying to figure out how to maintain those friends that aren't on the same path as you while you're on your journey to being a better Christian. The first tip that I have is to stay in your word. It can get kind of hard to be in your word daily, especially if you have a busy life, but God is there for us all the time, so we got to make time for Him as well. So ways that I stay in my word on a daily basis is by carrying a Bible with me. If I'm going on vacation with friends, or if I'm spending a weekend at my friend's house, or if I know that I'm not going to be home where I can have that alone time with God, I bring a Bible with me. So anytime that I can sneak away to the bathroom or have that brief moment of alone time, I'm going to use that to my advantage to spend time with God. It's good to stay in your word because it's a way to reflect on certain things where it will bring you strength and guidance during those moments where you feel weak. Another thing that I like to do is carry my wonderful index card box. And what I have in this index card box is scriptures. And they're all in different categories. So whatever mood that I'm currently in, I will just go to that category and I'll read a scripture from that category, and it will help me reflect on what's going on in my life. I have a category for help and wisdom, love, emotional, and what I do is write little scriptures on there, and I just pull out one and I read it and I reflect on it. And that is a great reminder of when you're going through something and you need instant response. So you can go to this, and that helps you along your way in your journey. And this helped me a lot of times. Moments where I feel lost and I feel confused, because being a good Christian is not easy. We all make mistakes. We all sin. I might sin differently than you sin, but we all sin at the end of the day. And being a good Christian is hard because we're in a world where Christianity is not the norm. So to be a good Christian in a world where it's not the norm just makes it a little, not even a little, it makes it really hard to live a Christian lifestyle and live it well, because you're surrounded by temptation. You're surrounded by bad influences. So that's why I wanted to make this video to help you guys, because I need the help as well. So we can help each other. Another tip that I like to use is pray for strength and pray for guidance. We need to pray to God for strength and guidance every single day. Every day that we wake up and get dressed and go out in that world, we're fighting a battle. And that battle is to be a good Christian in a world that wants to prevent that. So Pray for that strength and pray for that guidance that you can be confident in your walk with Christ, where you can say no when bad influences come your way. So the thing that I struggle with the most is I have friends that still like to party a lot, drink, and do things that I'm not really interested in anymore. But I don't want to come off as that Christian that thinks that I'm better than them. So I still tag along with them most of the time, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. Um, why do I do this? It's because I like to please everybody else, but at the end of the day, it's not about pleasing them. It's about pleasing God. So, why do, if you can relate to this, why do we do things that makes us feel comfortable to make other people feel comfortable when we know that it's wrong? We feel uncomfortable because we know that it's not the right thing to do. And don't get me wrong, I like to have a drink or two. But at the end of the day, I'm not about that partying lifestyle anymore, where I want to go to clubs and do all the things that I used to do. That's not me anymore. But sometimes it's hard for me to tell my friends no, because I don't want them to think that, oh, she's too holy, she doesn't do anything, she's just a saint, sits in the house all day. Like, it's other ways to have fun without going out and drinking and doing things like that, at least in my opinion. But what I struggle with is being able to voice my opinion about those things and saying that that's not me anymore. So if you struggle with telling your friends certain things, like, I don't want to go to the club because I'm not into clubs anymore. Why can't we do something else that, like, instead of trying to please them all the time, you have to worry about yourself. You have to worry about pleasing God, and what's going to please Him is you standing up for Him. When we settle to do things to please our friends, it's like we're not defending God at all. We're just like, yeah, God, I love you, but yeah, my friend wants to go to the club, so I might just go to the club because I don't want to lose my friend. But what about if God was the type to stop being there for us when we needed Him? Would that change your mind on certain things that you do? Would you then begin to start standing up for Him? Because you know that if you did something differently, He would not be there for you anymore. Just think about it. Thankfully, God doesn't hold grudges. He lets us have free will where we can make our own decisions. But we need to make smart ones if we want to be those good Christians. Because we have witnesses out there that's watching us. And if we fall victim to this world, or we follow after people that set bad examples, then what examples do we make for those people that are watching us? Those people that are struggling with the same struggles that we struggle with. Are we telling them that it's okay? Because it's not. Something that I'm learning along the way is that it's okay to take a step back from your friends. That doesn't mean that you love them any less or anything like that. Say if you're trying to stop drinking, but your friends like to drink all the time and they like to party all the time. Well, the only way to accomplish that goal of not drinking anymore is to take a step back. Take a step back from them and say, look, guys, this is what I'm trying to do with my life. Either you're with me or you're not. But right now I need to take a break from that lifestyle because I want to change. I want to be better for myself. Not saying that you want to be better than them, but you want to be better for yourself. So it's okay to take a step back. That doesn't mean that you have to get rid of your friends, but you have to work on yourself where you feel confident enough that maybe in the future you can hang out with them again. And if they have a drink, you don't have to feel pressure into drinking. At the end of the day, true friends won't pressure you to do anything that you don't want to do. And if they don't understand your walk with God and why you choose not to do certain things anymore, then maybe you need to let them go. But most times, God is using you to be in their life, to be that example. That way that they can see the change in you and that they might want to change for themselves as well. But if you feel like that these friends are just pulling you down to the point where it's not helping you at all in your Christian walk, then pray to God about making changes in your life. Pray that God reveals certain things in your life. And maybe those friends aren't the friends that God wants you to have in the long run. But pray about it first. Don't make any sudden moves. Pray about it. Let God direct you and guide you down that path of whether or not you need to let them go. Sometimes you have to let friends go or let people go in your life because they might hinder you from receiving certain blessings. But sometimes it's good to have those friends in your life because you might be the example that they need. Maybe they're really struggling with drinking. Maybe they're really struggling with drugs. But they see the change in you and it makes them want to have a change in them. So God has a purpose for everything. But in order to be a good Christian, just always remember to stay in your word. Always remember to pray. And always remember that people are watching you. So you have to remember that there are witnesses out there that see every move that you're making. So stay strong in your walk with God. Stay strong when you say no. No, I don't want anything to do with sex. No, I don't want anything to do with drugs. And no, I don't want to drink. It's okay to say no. It's okay. Because you're doing what you know is best for you. And I'm not saying that drinking is bad. I still drink. But it's about knowing your limits because as a Christian, like I said before, people are watching you. You drink too much. You're out there acting a fool. What example are you making? Remember that. Most of us new Christians, including myself, struggle with finding a balance. We struggle with whether or not we should keep our friends, distance ourselves from our friends. We're not sure which way is the right way. And that's why it's super important that you continue to use those tips that I gave you about praying to God, staying in your word daily, and just sticking to being yourself. Don't compromise your character for anybody. You want to be a good Christian? Nobody is stopping you. I understand that there will be hurdles and there will be setbacks in the way of your journey, and God will help you along the way. How do you be a good Christian in a world where being a Christian is not the norm? How do I stand up for Christ and for the things that I believe in? I understand that it's hard to separate yourself from friends, from society, because who wants to be that outsider? When you accept Christ, you become that outsider. You become that person that's different than everybody else. But as you go out there and be those good Christians that God called you to be, remember verse Romans 12:2. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect. Allow yourself to be used by God. Allow yourself to be that example. Set so many examples for other people that are watching you and learning from you and encouraged by your story and by your journey. Don't let your blessings pass you because you're trying to follow everybody else. So I hope you guys liked this video. Like I said, this is a struggle for me as well, and it's something that I am currently working on for myself. So let's work on it together. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you like my video, please subscribe, like it below. And if you're feeling what I'm saying, share my video. No, for real. Share it. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be back with some more videos. If y'all like it, I'll be making more videos. Send me some topics that y'all want me to talk about. I want to start making videos once a week. I'm not sure which day that I'll be dropping them, but I'll probably make a video definitely once a week. Bye.
I really can't tell if I'm overdressed or I'm underdressed, if I'm underpaid or just overstressed, if I'm cynical or just over this, cause I'm tired of trying to get over there. Man, it's over there. Parties